woman is speaking out tonight after being brutally attacked by a man who she says threatened to kill her.
He even came back with an accomplice and started beating her with a skateboard. She believes she was targeted because she is transgender. Rachel Medetoff live in Hollywood with a disturbing surveillance video and pictures of the suspects wanted by police. Rachel.
Hi, good evening. Sabrina de la Pena says her attacker has been threatening her for weeks on end. Police haven't been able to find him despite a good amount of surveillance video, and they're hoping that maybe someone watching this story tonight will be able to help. Horrifying screams coming from inside this longtime small business in the Westlake district. Its owner, 61-year-old Sabrina de la Pena, has owned her convenience store for the last 30 years. For the very first time, she was robbed and attacked by a man she says came in to buy a wallet. She says he began flirting with her and became irate when she asked him to leave.
He pushed me to the floor, and we got a little fight on the floor, and then he was beating me very bad.
Luckily, de la Pena got her hands on a bat as a way to fend off her attacker. The man eventually ran off but returned the next night with an accomplice and vicious intent.
Okay, so basically two biological men is fighting. Or it actually seems like one grown man and then one young man that was probably curious, and then I guess he was flirting with the trans person. After all of this time, I'm still confused on how I label this. He was flirting with this trans person, and they probably a part of the neighborhood, it looks like. I see what looks to be a homeless person walking down the street, along with a very, very dirty street. And it's on the second floor, so I'm not really sure what kind of convenience store this is. If I had to use my context clues, I would say that this is some sort of brothel. Or maybe she busting it down for a real one. And so, maybe the flirting was really more or less aligned with the fact that this was the advertised service. I'm not saying that this is what it is, but I am just, again, guessing and using my context clues based off of what I see. I see the yellow wet floor sign. Again, this is up on the second floor. It looks like second or third floor. So I'm not really sure what kind of convenience store somebody goes to on the second floor. It's only one person there. And again, they said that they were flirting. Now, I'm not really sure. And let me just rewind this really quickly so I can show you what it is that we're dealing with. I'm not really sure who goes in and flirts here, guys. No, I mean, I'm just being for real. Like, I'm not ragging. I do not support the idea of people attacking and or injuring, harming, or putting their hands on other people. I don't care how you live your life. If you are not doing anything to physically hurt somebody else, and then they defend themselves by putting their hands back on you, I don't care who you are. I don't care what your life is. I don't care if you're trans, gay, heterosexual, black, white, Asian, whatever, man, woman, tall, short, fat, skinny, whatever. People need to keep their hands to themselves, flat out. That's where I stand on it. Conservative, Democrat, Republican, liberal, whatever you want to label it, people need to keep their hands to themselves. So now that we got the small talk out of the way, why would a person, again, be flirting with this biological male person that was born as a biological male? Obviously got a little bit of work done because they identify as trans. The news is calling this person a woman, but why would they be flirting, and then why would they get mad and come back the next day or sometime later to get into a confrontation? And then why would their homeboy also be standing out as kind of like a lookout because it looks like they're nervous and they're young, and so they probably never really got into some real confrontation before. And so even though they may be little dusties inside of the neighborhood, their curiosity got the best of them. The demonic ways that you see happening in Los Angeles obviously is playing a role. And so now they got into a confrontation, and so you see two biological males having a little bit of a skerfuffle. That's on initial impact, and I'm not saying that I'm right. On initial observation, this is what I see, or this is what it seems to be giving right now. Okay, ain't that what the ladies be saying is giving, right? Since they're identifying as a woman, giving. Crazy, fam. Like just looking at this right now, it's crazy. But we don't victim shame, and nobody should be putting their hands on each other. But I'm not quite going for the whole convenience store thing. Eh, that sounds a little sketchy, but I could be wrong. Let's continue to find out what's going on, y'all.
He was beating me very bad.
Luckily, De La Pena got her hands on a bat as a way to fend off her attacker. The man eventually ran off but returned the next
With the
night with
homie
an
in the
accomplice
downstairs.
and vicious intent. This time, the pair beat her with a skateboard.
You know, I was
Dog came in with a skateboard, really?
clean,
That's
asking
weird.
for help, but nobody around giving help to me. And he take me out to the hallway, and he start beating me outside.
Ever since then, the aggressors have been back twice more. One of those times, they were armed with pepper spray. The other time, a
This is
taser.
crazy.
Continually antagonizing De La Pena in her place of business.
Yeah, this is just flat out bullying at this point, real talk. And it kind of makes everybody else look bad. You can see all of the people across the street over here in the upper right hand corner. And they got really good cameras. So I will say that. It also looks like it's some vehicles on the street. So it's probably some people sleeping in those vehicles on the street. It's a lot of activity around this sketchy part of the neighborhood. But two things that I'm also going to take out of this is that it looks like it's bullying because they're just coming back every single day harassing this person. That's number one. And number two, no police presence, no help, no nothing. It's a lawless city, bruh. It's a lawless state, California. Los Angeles is lawless, fam. I don't know why anybody, unless you have an exorbitant amount of money to live all the way in the hills or somewhere where you out of the way, but it's not even an inhabitable city for the rest of the population. If you're just a normal everyday person, or you not quite there, or you can't generate the type of revenue to really be able to find yourself in a more safer neighborhood, but it's still super liberal, then I don't even know why people are so obsessed with California or Los Angeles. These dudes is just bullying at this point. This is demonic. They need to leave this person alone and let them live their life.
The men captured in these still images haven't been found.
I want
Two
to
of them.
just ask to the community, help me to find those guys. Help the police to catch those guys. It's not they gonna killing me.
De La Pena believes her assailants targeted her because of her gender identity. She is transgender. For the last 30 years, she's felt completely safe staying open until midnight. But this brutal beating has changed that.
Now I don't feel safe. I feel unsafe in the area. I can't walk, because I always
This looks so dumb, fam.
thinking he gonna come back.
Left his skateboard.
Now, the detective on the case says he hasn't had success with facial recognition software. Nothing seems to be coming up in the system. Now, since the initial attack on April 8th, LAPD has stepped up patrols outside of Sabrina's store, and they're actually bringing in a specialized unit this coming week.
Yeah, you're on your own in LA, bro. Flat out. Like, everybody know it. It's not something that you even need to, like, you're on your own. Look at that. The car door is open right there. It's crazy. Anyways, welcome to another Sanctuary City. Make sure you guys tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Teach Henley 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. I love you. I appreciate you. Stay out the way, y'all. Just stay out the way and let these people eat their own.